Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. Right before you is Jill Scott. And Jill Scott is one of many celebrities and black personalities who's made it on the cover of the magazine, which is a favorite among many of American black women, and probably non American black women also. And that magazine is Essence Magazine. Now, Jill Scott, as I mentioned, is one of many celebrities. We have Issa Rae, 2019, looking nice there in white. Taraji P. Henson, looking great there with her afro. Love that look on her. What is this, March, April 2020? We have another model actress who I don't quite recognize, but it's Essence Magazine. We have Lala Anthony, who graced the cover. Lupita Nyong'o, who also graced the cover. Yura Shahidi, she graced the cover. This is a model here. She also graced the cover, looking pretty in pink. So, this is Essence Magazine, a magazine that has been around for 50 years. And I want to read this to you. Essence is a monthly lifestyle magazine covering fashion, beauty, entertainment, and culture, first published in 1970. The magazine is written for African American women. Let me read that over again. The magazine is written for African American women. I didn't say that. This is who the magazine is written for. So let's study something here that's kind of strange, and it kind of rubbed people the wrong way. Not this. This is artists all about, because occasionally they have men on the cover too. This is when he was a bachelor. This is what rubbed people the wrong way. Essence Magazine encourages black women to find a man who publicly celebrates you the way Joshua Jackson does his wife, Jodie Turner Smith. Now, this is a magazine written for African American women. This is a little bit problematic right there. You may not see it, but I do. And we're going to explore this right here, because many folks were not having it. And let me just tell you something. It's not because the obvious they're an interracial couple. No, it goes a little deeper than that. But I want to show you something right here. Black Millionaire Mentor is the one who posted. He goes, sounds like daddy worship. Of all the men to choose, they couldn't find one brother. Sometimes all you can do is just shake your head. The second one goes, what if she married him because he treats her properly and values her? That plain and simple. Okay, that could be true. But aren't there a lot of black men who treat their women, they value them and treat them good too? Plain and simple. But let's go on right here. I want to read this by, it's Tiffany Thin AJ. She goes, I'm pretty sure the point of this post is to say that Essence, being a black magazine, had this as an article. No, there isn't anything wrong with Jodie being with a white man per se. But in my opinion, Essence could have highlighted a black man who loves his black wife, especially since this is the whole narrative war about black men not treating black women right. We always hear about her and Serena Williams' husband, but seldom hear about black men who give the world to their black wives. She has a point there. And she goes down to say, exactly, I guess she's commenting to someone else who commented under her post. 88% of black men who are married have a black wife. So, with Essence being a black magazine for women, I think they were way off point. We're right on, sister. They were way off point. And let me illustrate why. Let me go back to something right here. This is done deliberately. This is very out there in your face, sending a message, but it's done deliberately. Believe me when I tell you that. But I want to show you what Tiffany said right here. They could have illustrated a black man married to his black wife. Now, Joshua Jackson and Jodie Turner Smith have only been married for 2 years. Just 2 years. Denzel Washington, Pauletta Washington, very successful couple. Like all couples have their ups and downs, but black love. 3 beautiful children came from this. One of them, Denzel's son, John David Washington, is killing it in Hollywood right now. But Denzel and Pauletta have been married since 1983. Here they go again. Black Hollywood royalty. Holly Robertson and Rodney Peete. They have about 4 children, I believe. They have been married since 1995. Come on, Essence, you couldn't do them? You chose to do an interracial couple for Black Woman's Magazine, an article, but you couldn't do this couple here, or Denzel, or his wife. Let's move on. Angela Bassett and Courtney Vance. Is it Vance? But it's Courtney. They have been married since 1997. Boris Kodjoe, Nicole Parker Arie. They have been married since 2005. Samuel L. Jackson and Latanya Richardson have been married since 1980. Morris Chestnut and his wife, is her name Desiree? They have been married since 1995. Come on, Essence, there are tons of black couples that you could have used, that you could have chosen to highlight. But look at what you chose. Jay-Z and Beyonce. They have been married since 2008. Gabby Union, Dwayne Wade. They have been married since 2014. And who dotes on each other more so than the way these two do? And they could have highlighted Barack and Michelle Obama. They have been married since 1992. So I'm scratching my head at the thought of you using the most unsuccessful couple here. In terms of longevity, they have been married only 2 years, and you talk about how he dotes on his wife. And the dotting on his wife has to do with he compliments her on the magazine covers that she has done and says she's killing it. Okay, but none of these past couples did that either. And he compliments her by, they give each other high fives by saying that, congratulating because they married the right person. I'm sure that these couples do it also. So what is the point and the significance of highlighting them? There shouldn't be any. They are the least successful couple on there. If you want to use terms of money, I don't even like to go there, to be honest with you. They're worth about 70 million. They're worth about, I believe, 30. They're worth about $1 billion. They're worth about 7 million. About 40. We can go on and on, really. Seriously. But take money out of the equation, though. In terms of longevity, only a 2-year marriage, and it's being highlighted, is being something to applaud, something to look up to, something to admire. That's crazy to me. Why would you want to use this as an example and excuse the other ones who are much more successful. Now, I'm not making a claim that they don't love each other. I'm sure they do. But I'm sure the other couples love each other just as much. Their love here is no deeper than any other couples. Just because it's an interracial union does not make it special. So, the highlighting and uplifting of this and singling out, to me, is very irresponsible. You probably should highlight black on black love. It's a magazine written for black women. And the reason why you should highlight black on black love, because as of right now, it's under attack. We have a bunch of rogue YouTubers, these women, who just hate black men, and they're black women. Black relationships have been under attack since Africa, since leaving Africa, where families were broken up. Some brought over here to the Americas. They were broken up during slavery. We know that children can be sold on a whim. Wives can be sold. Husbands can be sold. Blacks went through the Civil War, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, lynchings, draconian drug laws, racist sentencing practices, and now online wars. Black love is under attack. But this thing right here, interracial love, is being promoted and put out there in the forefront like it's something to be admired. When all they're doing right here, all they're doing is giving praise and glory, really, to the white man. I guess it's something special because her husband's white. And this is the writer here. Victoria, I'm going to mangle the last name. It sounds almost like Nigerian. Uwam Margot. Ooh, I just mangled that. It sounds Nigerian. I believe she's African. This is her right here. Now, if she's African, which I'm like 90% sure, that says a lot. And many of you may not like this, but let me be honest with you about this. And I have confronted many Africans about this. Africans love white people. They almost worship white people. So it's not surprising that this African writer would single out this particular couple right here. I'm sure that she wants a white man herself, if she doesn't already have one. So the idolization and pedestalization of white men or interracial couples is not surprising at all. So she bypasses and bylooks successful black unions that have been intact longer for this union right here. This says a lot about her mentality. And what it also says too is that when you ignore this for this, it signals the times that we live in. Because not all black women, the vast majority do not want this. We know that. The vast majority of black men want this. Black women. But I think that there's enough noise and rattling out there to promote this now in a magazine for black women. Because it's getting louder. It's not the majority, but it is growing about wanting to marry and date out. That's okay. That's fine if they want to do that. But it's not fine if a magazine is making a claim that is for black women, particularly in an age where the vast majority of black men prefer black women. The vast majority of black men who are dating, who are procreating with, who are marrying, they're choosing black women. So therefore, there is no need to go this particular route to uplift this type of union at the expense of these other unions. When you do that type of worship, it shows where you're at. It shows what you truly desire and what you value. And what you value is not non-black love. You value something foreign that's not beneficial to the black family, culture, and black Americans. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty, and I will see you beyond and through.